I've made this video before, and I also have tried to redraft this video 5 different times, but I'm deciding I'm just gonna go fucking mask off with it. You ever just like get interacted with by a certain demographic and you aren't offended because you know that they're pathetic? Like, I don't know, like imagine you read the dumbest like, okay, like imagine you see like a catwalk video and then you respond with like, OMG, Brandy Canones's walk is a little bit silly looking, I have to admit. And then you get the most snarky, snappy, like nasty response ever. But deep down, you know that it's like this is just some 15-year-old white gay kid from Ohio who's probably closeted with massive anxiety. Like, he can't even pay for his own lunch in his fucking high school without having some sort of panic attack and breakdown. And so he gets on the internet and starts being snarky to people in the Instagram comment section to feel like they're the big man on campus. Whole time they're a little bitch. Like, yeah, you're not gonna be quite as offended because you know deep down it's like this person's really pathetic, and they would not have the same energy in person, nor would we be in the same circles. Like, why are you trying to be like, yeah, you aren't gonna give a fuck about some fucking white twink from Ohio, cause bitch, you aren't in Ohio. Or like, yeah, imagine you were getting roasted by somebody, and like, I don't know, sometimes, like, yeah, imagine you get insulted by someone who's a fucking anime fan who is obsessed with Lalita and lollies especially. It's like, yeah, nigga, you are a pedophile with no friends and you're obsessed with comic books and like drawings of little girls. You should be put to death, but like, specifically, I'm not gonna be offended by anything you say because I can tell you have something wrong with you mentally. And we already know which demographic this is, but motherfuckers from, oh, you weird Nation of Islam motherfuckers, I swear to God. Like, you will have the most, like, ableist, transphobic, homophobic, like, most stupid, colorist, texturist, dumbass opinions ever. And then you're gonna cry online in my DMs or shit because I won't give you the time of day. Boo hoo, I can't be the little light skin that you're gonna fetishize. There's millions more. Like, really, really, like, really, you could clip your toenail, and then the direction it flies, you would probably hit like 5 other light skins within that small little distance. I'm just saying. Like, there's a million different Tyra Banks, LMI, Saweetie looking girls everywhere. Every fucking where. But niggas will cry on some, oh my god, this girl specifically is dating Yakubian apes. It's like, nigga, if you met me in person, you'd be like, ah, that chick has fucked up nappy hair and she's probably retarded. And then, but then, oh, if I just so happen to be like, I'm not gonna date people who happen to just like want to uphold white supremacy instead of dismantling it. Like, they just want, like, they don't want to dismantle it, they just want to have it, but then with them instead. If I just simply go, fuck y'all, I'm gonna go where I'm wanted and respected with all my mental issues and all my this, and that, niggas will crash out. I don't know. I get the weirdest little DMs of negging attempts or hate comments from black men, and I don't even open that shit, because simply put, I'll just kind of look at the profile picture and or like the first 2 words, and I'll be like, spelling mistakes in specific demographic spotted. I detect a Nigerian man. We are not having a conversation. It's like, yeah. Have you ever seen that video from the Boondocks where it's like, I don't know, like a white dude's walking down the street with his coffee. He bumps shoulders with a black dude, and then like the black dude's like, "Watch where you walking, bitch." And then the white dude's like, "Hey, how about you? Wait a minute, haha, I'm white." And then he struts his ass down the street, and then the black guy's like, hey, wait a minute. This is a perfectly good moment and opportunity to ruin your fucking life over. Come here. And he's raging and shit. That's how it feels like. That's how it feels like to just simply be a black woman on the internet who's just like, cool, I'm not dating people who basically don't even like black women and feel entitled to me only because of their own colorist values and their weird fetishization and entitlement towards women. Fuck y'all, actually. Like, yeah, kill yourself. Like, Jesus. Like, simply put, some demographics you don't take seriously. Because someone joked about it before, like, hey, you wouldn't give a fuck about, like, Twitter is fucked in a lot of ways, but the reason it is fucked is because it's like, it's people you shouldn't give a fuck about. You wouldn't give a fuck about some random ass, ugly, bleached blonde, bad built, butch body bitch from motherfucking Ohio before Twitter. That used to just be some dumb cunt who would die alone. But, you know, like, and also because Twitter kind of like, how do I put this? In real life, when you were in high school, whatever, or college even, or some, like, it'd be like there's a class for the normies, like, the, you know, the decently mentally stable, but still kind of like bland. Then there's the ones who are in special ed, like, they got some up with them. And then there's the ones in remedial who throw like steel chairs across the rooms because they can't find their iPod Nano or whatever. And it's like, these are groups that were never supposed to meet, but because of the internet, now these groups can freely coexist, and it is the worst fucking thing ever sometimes. And yeah, like, how do I put this? That's how it is in like in Twitter too, because sometimes it'll be like a tweet of yours will get ratioed by some dude who, the only reason he's confident is because he's on the internet. If you saw this dude in real life, you would not, like, you would avoid eye contact and cross the street. Like, that would just be some random ass nigga cat calling you at a gas station as you fully avoid eye contact and drive off into the night as he's standing there in sagging pants in 50-degree weather looking like a bitch with his ashy ass, like the crackhead Tyrone from Dave Chappelle skits. So sometimes I get the most, like, ableist or stupid, idiotic, straight up cruel remarks, and then I just, you like, hell, sometimes I did, like, I'll just kind of be like, my senses are tingling. I know what you are. Blocked is like, I'm not even opening some messages because it's like, hell, sometimes in my Instagram, I usually don't open messages for any fucking body. But in the message requests, I'll just simply take one look at the profile picture and I'll be like, oh, I already know what's going to go down. It's like the second I open this message, it's going to be something either obscenely and unfittingly horny or something extremely obnoxiously cruel. And why would I do that? And it's like, if you don't want to be seen that way, then simply put, maybe you should talk to your demographic and be like, hey, as a collective, we should stop doing this because it makes us look fucking bad and you're scaring the hoes. But no, nigga, because it's like, it's so funny. It's like, wow, I'm just fucking saying. And it's one of those things where it's just like, yeah, how do I put this? If you were like, hey, Tamia, like, which demographic has sexually harassed you the most in real life? Which demographic in real life has been like the most creepy, the most perverse, the most violent, aggressive, stalkery, obsessive, hypocritical, and downright mentally challenged? Then we would know which demographic that is, and then you'd kind of notice it's like, ah, yeah, that's the demographic she specifically doesn't date. Like, yeah, I'm just saying. Like, it's like, let's save ourselves the trouble. I avoid them, they come after me. Which is why I'd like to, like, oh, it's so funny. Like, really, I made a video where there was a half second where all I said was, I don't really date black men. And then that got 20K views and endless hate comments for weeks. Because for some, it's like, and it was ironically the exact same types of men who were kind of proving my point. It was kind of like the man versus bear thing. Like, imagine you make a post where it's like, ooh, which do you choose, the man versus bear? And it's a woman explaining why she would choose the bear. Simply put, if the comment section is full of men, you already know it's like, hey, most of these comments I don't have to read because it's going to be something extremely fucking stupid. The only comments that really are going to matter are the women. Because they actually, yeah, simply put, there are instances where it's like certain demographics, you're just like, I'm not bothering with you because you have something up with you. Like, if some random bitch from motherfucking Utah that you would not give a, like, you don't give a fuck about her. Like, if you just, like, yeah. And I kind of, it happens across, like, all demographics, all races, all that shit. Like, you could just simply see someone with the most, like, shitty bleach blonde dye job and terrible spray tan with comically huge yellow teeth. And you don't even really have to read their full comments just to know they're gonna say something obscenely racist or close-minded or stupid. Or, like, simply put, it's even a running joke on Twitter that it's like the worst people, the people who have the most bigoted and stupid, most ballsy comments ever on even the most innocuous posts. It's always some like like balding dude with a receding hairline and a shitty little goatee with fucking wraparound sunglasses on. Like, it's like, yeah, it's like you see their profile picture, you don't even read their tweet, you just block them. You're like, I'm not dealing with you. Some demographics you just see and you're like, like, you're just like, I'm tapped, like, no deal, get out of my face, go to jail. It's just so funny. It's like, because also this applies to me too. It's so funny because in real life these motherfuckers would just be like, oh, look at that nappy headed weird bitch who's definitely got some sort of mental, like, hella mental instability and seems like she needs to be in a fucking padded wall room somewhere. But then the second, like they wouldn't give a fuck about me otherwise. They would just be like, oh, that's some bitch who used to be in special ed who we do not give a fuck about. And, like, she's not to our standard of what we want. But then the second I got online and I just made a little video about how I had to throw hands with some girl because she was mad that her white little boyfriend or whatever, or ex-boyfriend, was trying to get with me, I wasn't even trying to fight her over that man, by the way. Like, Jesus, I wasn't. I fought in self-defense. She was the one fighting for dick on her with her weird ass. I would like, gee, it still blows my mind that just like thousands upon thousands upon thousands upon thousands of men just collectively were like, fuck this little, like, nigga, I don't even reach your standard of what you want. Why are you out here trying to get mad that I'm not dating people like you? Also, it would be ironic because any hate comment I got that was just like obscenely rude, overly sexual, purposely obtuse, it's like, oh, it's like I know what you are. And I'm not taking you seriously. And yeah, sometimes you have to remind yourself that the comments you get are from people that you don't live in remotely the same zip code, the same city. Like, yeah, sometimes your hate comment is like, I've said this before. Like, I've had videos where I'm like, pedophilia is bad. And then someone from the rape capital of the world will be like, fuck you, bitch, you are incorrect. I know what you are and where you're from. So I'm not taking you seriously. Because it's like you're proving my point. I made a half-second video where I just simply said that I usually don't date black men. And then you know what happened? Hordes of black men immediately were like, fuck you, bitch. Fuck, and like angry as fuck, over sexual as fuck, lustful as fuck, and obsessed with me to an actually gross and strange extent. And it's like, you are just some random niggas from Florida or Ohio. You, like, we have nothing in, like, get the fuck out of here. You are from Chirac or however like, why are you worried about me? We are never gonna meet. You wouldn't even like me if we were in person. And also, go kill yourself. Also, no offense, it's like, if you're like, how can you tell when a comment is written by a black man, even if it doesn't have a profile picture? A lot of spelling mistakes, and also, like, yeah, actually, yeah, that's it, yeah. Like, if you spell the word what's up, which is already shortened, a shortened version of what's up, with, like, WSP, it's like, yeah, or it's just, like, some shit like that. Isn't it kind of disturbing that I can say for my own demographic, it's like, oh, I can tell when a fucking comment is written by my own demographic because they don't even, like, just off the bat misogyny. Oh, but as I was saying, some demographics we were not meant to, hear their opinions so freely. Like, you know, like if I make a comment or if I make a video talking about how the age of consent should be at 18 and that people who dip under it are fucking creepy, and then you're like, ooh, fuck you, you stupid close-minded skank, and then I check your profile and it's like, oh, you're a white dude from the Philippines, like, who went to the Philippines. I know what you are. I'm not even interacting because you're proving my fucking point. Or the topic can be hygiene, and then you'll get a hate comment from someone who has a neck beard that they braided and then comb over, but also dreadlocks. And I'm not talking like locks, I'm talking dreadlocks, as in that shit looks terrible. Like they just mixed Elmer's glue and super glue and just like turned their hair. It's like, yeah, you really. Why would I take hygiene? Why would I respect your opinion on hygiene? You aren't, because you're proving my point well. It'll be a nigga like that, or a nigga who uses like fucking 4-in-1 body wash saying, ooh, why do I need to clean my legs in the shower? Also, yeah, I just let the water run in between my ass cheeks. That works. It's like, nigga, shut the fuck up. Or you'll be talking about the importance of books, and then someone will like, or like BB, like simply put, there's a reason why on Twitter it's a running joke where it's like sometimes you see the dumbest comment you've ever read in your life, and then you check someone's profile and it's like, yep, they're from Atlanta. And if they're not from Atlanta, they're usually from Florida. It's like, yeah, there's something in the water for y'all. It's not good. Just, yeah. Or like, imagine if someone was talking about how weird it is to like find cartoon characters of young girls and then age them up just to make Rule 34 artwork of them. And then someone like Shadman tries to talk down on you. It's like, you're fucking Shadman. I'm not taking shit you say seriously, plus kill yourself. Or it could be a post about violence towards black women, and then bet your ass, like, you'll just kind of get the most ashy, bad-built motherfucker who's a colorist and obsessed with nothing but, like, extremely, just, yeah. It's like, I didn't ask your opinion, nigga, and I'm shocked that you even thought that I would want to see it. Get the fuck out of my face. Like, I don't know, it's kind of, like, interesting when like it's like pattern seeking behavior meets foreshadowing. It's like, oh yeah, I can tell you're gonna be retarded. Sorry, you're gonna be stupid. even before I read your tweet. Or I'll read your tweet and I'll just kind of look at your demographic and be like, yeah, expected. Bye.